This is Rico English here from Brazil, and we're going to be talking today about the great bandito Lampiao, who was one of the most notorious outlaws that ever existed in the southern hemisphere. Americans have very little knowledge of Lampiao and the banditry that existed here in Brazil in the 1920s and 30s. There is a book by American author called Billy Jane Chandler, and he wrote a book called Lampião, the King of Bandits. And he tries to compare Lampião. Lampião in Portuguese means lantern. And he tries to compare Lampião with Jesse James, which is not a very accurate description because, from what I understand of Jesse James, he was a political bandit. He was from the South. The South lost the war. They surrendered, and Jesse James and his brother Frank did not agree with the surrender, and they went on a crime spree inspired by their political beliefs. Maybe they got carried away uh, with their criminal instincts, but their ideology was there since the beginning. Yeah, they were Southerners and they did not want to cow down to the goddamn Yankees, in their opinion. Whereas Lampião was a product of his times in Brazil in those days, there were the powerful colonels, as we call them here, which still exist to this day. And these colonels had the political power, and they used the bandits as one of their major forces to make the people conform to their wishes and to their way of thinking. And Lampião was, in our opinion, just an armed branch of the colonel's power. There was no political or social banditry present in Brazil at that era. It was just a band that was working for those in power, which makes it very different from what Jesse James did. So I think that the basic premise for the book, Lampião, the King of Bandits, is quite out of kilter. It has nothing to do with the real situation here. And if you are interested more about Lampião, I'm going to be publishing my book in Portuguese now in December and doing my best to translate it into English so you can have a better idea of what is happening here. Just remembering that I am a Brazilian, I was born here, born in the Northeast, and I have a great interest in sociology. I graduated from DePaul University in Greencastle, Indiana, and I have Bachelor of Arts degree in sociology, and I plan to get my master's degree as soon as I can. Thanks a lot for listening.